Hey guys, welcome to another segment of Word of the Day. I hope that you're having a wonderful week thus far. Today we're continuing with the word courtesy. So courtesy by definition is showing politeness in one's attitude and behavior towards someone else. Some common examples of being courteous include showing respect for other people, apologizing when you've done something wrong, never embarrassing someone. If you're refusing an invitation to some place, making sure that you're kind and honest about it. If you're changing plans on someone, making sure that you're letting them know. So these are some common examples. What are some words that we can use that are courteous? Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome. May I? Pardon me. These are all courteous type words that we can use in everyday language. Why is being courteous so important? Well, for one, it shows politeness like we've talked about previously. And when you're courteous to other people throughout your life, you're creating a good impression upon yourself or of yourself and ultimately earning people's respect because of it. And that's a good thing, right? What are some of the other added benefits of being courteous? If you're courteous with each other at home, right, with your family members, well, you're setting the stage for really good behavior collectively. So it's almost like it's contagious, right? You show courtesy to someone else, they're going to be probably showing the same thing back to you. If you are in a professional setting, very courteous with other people around you, this is really well received. Typically goes really well for your progress in that type of setting vocationally. In a romantic relationship, when you're courteous and respectful with one another, it cements that bond even further. If you're in sales and you're courteous to your customers, guess what? Your sales are going to go through the roof just on account of you being courteous and nice and kind, agreeable. So in all sorts of settings, this helps. With your friends, if you're polite and courteous to your friends, guess what? They're going to continue calling you because they feel good around you, basically. So as I try to connect with the word courtesy, I can think of a time in my life where I was very dependent. For most of my life, I've had full mobility, very independent. I've never really had any issues with my body, except for over the past 5 or 6 years where I've had 2 stints with torn Achilles. I've torn the left and right Achilles. So in those time periods, there were junctures where I would be in crutches with a laptop strapped across my chest and going to, say, the Fed Ex Kinkos to do some consulting work. Well, I was really dumbfounded by the number of people that went out of their way to reach out to me and help me with the door without me ever soliciting for any help. Many people did that, and it made a huge difference for me. I never really appreciated just how much that is of help to people when they're in that type of situation. And I did experience situations where somebody would be coming out, for example, seeing me struggle trying to open the door and just kind of keep on going. So I've seen both sides of the coin, and I can tell you the folks that really helped me out, which were most people that were around me, boy, that was incredibly nice and made me feel so much better about that day and that moment that I was experiencing. So there's many ways in which we can be courteous to other people. It's, you know, helping someone, an elderly person, for example, or a disabled person, like I mentioned, with the door. You know, just simply opening a door, being nice with what you say, and you know, just you know, expressing kindness with the things that come out of your mouth. I witnessed, for example, my wife do something pretty amazing, I think, in terms of being courteous and nice to people at the airport, where she saw this struggling dad with like a kid in one hand, I think holding onto a toddler in the other, you know, trying to handle luggage and, you know, the diaper bag and feeding bottles and all this stuff. And she just came up to him and said, "Sir, can I help you?" And the guy, you know, first of all was kind of shocked at the question, and his reaction was actually even more funny, I think, in which he just handed the baby that he was carrying to my wife while he kind of gathered himself and, you know, made it towards the gate. Probably that mattered to him quite a bit. So these small acts of kindness, being courteous and polite to one another, do make a difference, make our collective experience so much better, and we can all chime in every single day Little small acts always add up and make this experience that we call life so much better. So those are some personal reflections of mine as I think of politeness and being courteous to other people. I hope that this resonates with some of you watching this. If you haven't tuned in to one of these segments before, we do these segments every week. There's a ton of content that we try to put out on a regular basis, from travel, fitness, to environment and nature. So please tune in for more. And if you're not familiar with us, please tune into www.inspiremovement.com, as we have so many other things to offer for you. Thank you so much for your patronage, and I hope you have or continue having a wonderful week. Thank you.